took a shower. It's currently raining outside really hard, and you guys are new or you didn't know, I was away for an exchange in Japan. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but yeah, so when I was in Japan, like life just took over. YouTube life just died. YouTube and Instagram basically died. But now I am coming back. Can you hear the bird? What kind of bird is that? And I'm actually not going anywhere, I just wanted to do something, so I'm in my kind of like my home attire, just casual. But basically today, I thought I would just kind of do like a simple, like everyday makeup kind of deal, like kind of show you how I've been doing my makeup recently and like and what it's in my daily makeup bag in a sense, because I have been pretty much living off doing makeup with my daily essentials basically. My makeup routine has become very simple ever since like being in Japan, so it's changed a lot. Like my style changed a lot too, so I thought this would be like a nice kind of like update for you guys who care. And also if you guys want to see like what's in my makeup bag, my daily makeup bag, which is over here. It's a cute little Moomin bag. I love this so much. Got it from Japan obviously, but also most of the stuff that I use is basically like Japanese makeup, Japanese Korean things that I can buy in Japan basically, because my style changed too, so it makes me better now. I'm gonna use like 90%, 90 or 95% of everything that I use in this video or in my everyday life, it's gonna be from this bag. But there's a couple of things that I don't bring around, so it's usually like on my vanity, so I'm gonna use those too, but that's very little. So yeah, just so you know, I've already moisturized my face after getting out of the shower. As you can see, the breakout situation is really bad. I'm not sure what happened. Oh wait, let me put on my hair too. I'm not sure what happened. Might be hormones, might be just stress from like school, from like coming back to like a super humid climate basically. Like my skin has been freaking out ever since I'm back. It's been a month. So I'm just gonna start right now. I'm gonna take stuff out from my bag. So the first thing I'm gonna use is actually not Japanese. It's my holy grail. Like everyone knows. My Professional, the Benefit Professional primer for my pores. I just kind of focus it a little bit on like the scabs and the fresh wounds. The fresh wounds, my fresh pimple wounds. And I'm gonna move on to foundation, and ever since going to Japan I have been converted into like the ways of the BB cushion. I've always been really skeptical about BB cushions in the past, but right now, like yeah, I'm all about them. I'm like, I can't stop buying them, I can't stop looking at them, I can't stop reading reviews, watching reviews about them. Because I've changed my makeup style, I no longer use foundation as like pretty much my skin color. I just use something close but lighter so that it brightens my face. And this one I'm using is from Misha. It's the original tension packed tone up glow. It's the blue one. They have a couple of different ones. I'm just gonna like press it into my skin with the cushion, as you do. And as you can see, it's totally not my color, but this is a really big makeup faux pas in the Western world. But I mean, since I'm not really part of the Western makeup world anymore, I go for this foundation, which is under this lighting, it looks super white. I mean, when everything is on, it doesn't look that bad. It just looks like your skin's brightened. And yep, this is shade number 21 too, if you're wondering. For my breakouts, I actually use my Benefit Fake Up concealer, which is not in my makeup bag. It's always lying somewhere in my vanity. I just use it once and call it a day. Just use this to like try to cover up my blemishes, but sometimes it's really hard because like if you guys have had acne before, you know like the acne that's like fresh, makeup don't stay on. Really like super particular about whether my pimples are showing or not, because either way it's gonna show. It's 3D, you can't really hide it. But I just try to make sure that it doesn't look as obvious. And some days I skip concealer under my eyes, some days I don't. Today I'm just gonna put some because it's looking really bad today. I don't really get a lot of sleep recently. I don't do the highlighting thing anymore either. Like the concealer highlight. I used to like take this all over my face. Yeah, I'm over that. I like to just take the cushion from my compact again and just use that to kind of press everything in again. Pressing, blending. Oh my god, I just took. Careful if you're trying not to, disturb a fresh wound that you're concealing, because that will happen. Everything's pretty blended except for that blemish, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. So the brow pencil I'm using is from Japan, and this one is called Newborn W Brow EX in the shade B11. It's a pen that has 3 steps to it. So it has like a brush, a spoolie, which I like to use to like just comb through my brows first, like this. Just make sure everything is like pointing in one direction. My brows are a mess right now. Like this one is growing back quite well, but this one is like there's a bald spot right here where brow is supposed to grow. I kind of overplucked it. I got so carried away plucking my brows in a hurry every day, like in Japan. So it suffered very badly. So after I comb it with my spoolie, I'll just fill it in with my pencil. Just like this. Just sketch out the shape that I want. I usually go for like a straighter brow nowadays. And also nothing too crazy, nothing Instagrammy, nothing blockish. I'll just kind of shade it in. I'll still extend my brows a little inwards towards the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, whatever you call that part of the face, and like try to like blend it out in the front, soften it. Use the spoolie to like kind of diffuse the color a little so it looks like this, and then I will just repeat on the other side, fill in that bald spot over there. I'll try to make it even, but most days it's not even at all. Like most days my brows are cousins. Yeah, I guess. But I'm okay with that. Like I'm just gonna twist this open. There's like a powder. There's a sponge tip with powder on it. I'm just gonna run through my brows, which seems like it's doing nothing much if you look closely. It's like depositing just this light layer of powder that kind of sets the brow pencil in place and also like further diffuses the color a little. Takes off the shine too. Kind of like a nice step that makes all the difference actually, even though you don't really see it. It's not very obvious, but it does make a difference. That's that part. We're done with this. Then I'm gonna start with the eyes, and usually I don't really use like the big palettes anymore, the 12, the Urban Decay, the Too Faced, the Sugar Peel, the Makeup Kick. I don't really use those anymore, and I just use like simpler things. I have 2 on hand right now. They're not exactly in my makeup bag because I just put it on and call it a day. These 2 are the ones that I usually gravitate towards recently. And the first one I have right here is like a more brownie, warmer tone palette. Quad, I guess call it a quad. It's the Riche Jamirichi Eyes in BE1 beige K. And also I also have the Rimmel Royal Vintage Eyes or Royal Vintage Eyes in the color number 4, which is like a plummy tone. Really nice. And there's creasing on my eyes, but it's fine. I don't really mind. Pardon this one. There's nothing I can do about this. And so I'm just gonna smooth out the creases because I'm not gonna use a base. Usually too lazy to use a base, and I don't really have it in my makeup bag. I'm gonna go into this top shade right here, which is like a taupey plummy brown shade. I'm just gonna throw it all over my lid. Let it space. Bring it up a little into my crease. Kind of fade it up with my fingers a little. So like you're gonna just start on your lid and kind of blend it upwards. So try to make sure everything's like kind of well blended in a sense. I'm just gonna go back into this palette and focus this plum color, focus it on the teeth, and I kind of just go underneath. Like I try to define, can you see? Like I try to define this area, like the outer half. Like you have to, like I kind of draw a very harsh line first. Not blended, extend it out a little. Okay, I lie it. I carry it all the way in actually sometimes. Today I feel like carrying all the way in. Just the closer you bring it to your inner corner, the more dramatic it is. So I guess I'm going more dramatic right now. So you kind of look like you haven't slept for ages, but just leave it like that for now and move on to the other eye. I'll show you one more time. Just make sure to keep your product, sorry, let me pick up some more. Make sure to keep your product like right on the tip so you don't deposit too much product. So now that you look kind of sick and like zombie-ish, it's time to kind of define the top part of the eye. So I just flip, oops, let's do this. I just flip it over to the side where there's no red. And I'm going to take this brown shade right here, do the same thing, coat it on the tops, and just gonna kind of line my eyes in a sense and kind of connect it to this part, this wing, this red wing right here. Okay, and then just bring it in, kind of just casually trace the eyeline, but instead of a very thin line, you just kind of go past like that. You kind of want to get a little more color on the outside, so you redip and redefine the outer wingish shadow, the outer shadow wing, if you will, like this. So when you close your eyes, it looks like something like that, kind of smoky. So finally, I'm just gonna take this shadow just because it's here, this lightest one. Just gonna pop it into my inner corners. And then once you're done with this, you're done with the eyeshadow part. I'm gonna use a powder that's obviously not from my makeup bag because it's bigger than my face. This one is the Charcot's finishing powder. This powder, it's so magical. This brush I'm using is, like if you notice, it's the first brush I'm using, but this brush is literally just from like a 32-piece set that I got off Q10, I believe, for way too little money. But it's really good actually. So I just kind of, I don't bake, I just kind of set the makeup like that. As you can see, it takes away the shine. So now we're back on my eyes. I'm gonna line my eyes. I actually have 4 liners in my bag. How excessive is that? Like they're all liquid liners, all I bought from Japan, all from different brands, but they're all so good and they're all different colors. Okay, one thing about me, I no longer really use black. This is a black liquid liner, but I no longer really use black liner. This is a black and brown. I actually use this a lot. This is kind of like running out of ink. I'm considering using this or not using this. I might. And then I have a lighter brown one. This one is really good. It's really good. I love this so much. I'm fearing the day that I kind of use this up. I kind of have a backup, but it's a different brand, and I hope it works. And then last but not least, I also have this burgundy one. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I really like it. So anyways, I has 4. I'm gonna choose one, but I think I'm gonna go for my black and brown one. This is the One Day Tattoo 24-Hour Real Lasting Eyeliner. This is running out of ink. I'm really sad. I forgot to buy a backup of this. And I'm just gonna line a very thin line on my lash line. Right here. And I'm gonna follow that shape of that eyeliner, like that shadow liner thing, that definition I created with the darker brown shadow. Kind of try to divide that 2 colors into half, kind of, and then stop short somewhere here. Like I like this color so much because it's actually dark enough to be fine and give a bit of drama, but it's not too dark where it's like black and stark. Like there's still a little bit of softness to it, but you can't really tell in real life it's black, but it's not. If that makes sense to you. And I still like to do that inner corner point because I feel like it kind of elongates my eyes, make it a bit more. If you guys know what next eye. And if you have eyes like mine, where it's like kind of monolid but kind of double eyelid, like you can't decide, try to close and see if there's like a connection between the line on your lid and the point, so that you know it's not messy when you close your eyes. And then I'm gonna take my mascara. This is my favorite mascara. This is the NARS Audacious. The NARS Audacious mascara. I love it so much. I discovered this in Japan actually, like probably a year after it launched. I was given a sample in Japan when I was buying some NARS products, and finished that deluxe size sample and got myself a stretch of this big size. I mean like the full size one. I love this mascara. Can you just look at the difference it makes on my lashes? I'm so happy with this mascara. And then after that is done, I'm gonna use like a cream blush product. It's a Japanese product again. It looks like this. I'm just gonna swirl my fingers in, warm up the product, and just tap it onto my face. This color is kind of like a reddish color. It blends out into like this natural flushy tone. So after that's done, I'm pretty much almost over with my makeup. I just kind of go in with my lipstick right now. Currently in my makeup bag, like the staples, the Lancome Juicy Shaker in the color Mangoes Wow, number 381. And this is and then this one is the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in the number 2713. So yeah, this is like a mauvey nude. It's not really nude, it's like a mauvey pink color. And this formula, it's so good. It's like, it says it's velvet. Okay, it never said it was matte, it's like velvet. But it's actually kind of glossy and nice. It's comfortable and like my holy grail. And it smells subtly, softly like baked goods, which is always a good thing. I'm gonna apply it onto my lips. So let me get my hair down. I'm just gonna use some of my Japanese dry shampoo. It's so cool. It's like a cushion bouncy thingy filled with powder. You just kind of bump it into your scalp a couple of times, and your hair just poofs up like no other. It's like, I relied on this so much when I was in Japan. And this is the Fujiko Pon Pon powder. Okay. I kind of zhuzh it a little bit like how you would a normal dry shampoo, and as you can see, it's like there's a bit more volume now. This is how I look with the makeup on. If you don't like how thick the bottom lash line is looking, you can always like just dial it down, do it halfway, define the outer edge. Actually, it's looking a little lopsided, I must admit, now that I look in the camera. So just top up the outer edge a little with some of the brown, the darkest brown shade from the same palette. There's more balance in my eye right now. So this is the makeup look. Done. If anything, I hope you found this entertaining, and if you were looking for some recommendations, hopefully this gave you some. Subscribe to me if you want to, like me if you want to, like this video if you liked it. If you don't like it, I guess you can give it a thumbs down. And thank you for watching this video if you're still with me by the end of this video, and if you're still with me by the end of the 6 months of me being not around. But yes, this is the end. I shouldn't talk anymore. I'm just gonna film some close-ups of this makeup look and call it a day, right? Peace out.